The function of filling learning gap means that teachers using Mathletics can assign an assessment to their students, and then once their students have completed the assessment, they can view the results and immediately use the Fill Learning Gaps function tab to to address the questions that their students struggled with to answer in the assessment. This function saves teachers a lot of time and means that Mathletics assessments can be immediately followed up with target work to ensure that any identified weakness is addressed and the progress is tracked. To use the fill learning function, firstly, a teacher must assign an assessment and have their students complete the assessment. Now, to assign an assessment, all the teacher has to do is go into the new refreshed assign and review. We're going to go into the assess tab, and here we can use the curriculum and activity filters to filter which province we're in or which country we're in, as well as which grade we are assigning the assessment for. Make sure to make a note of the assessment that you are assigning to make it easy to locate the results later. Once the assessment has been selected, you can filter through the questions to see which questions you want the students to complete, and if there are any questions that you do not want the students to complete, you can just uncheck the box here. Once you've selected which ones that you want the students to complete, you can click Apply Filter and select the student that you want to complete the assessment. Once you click Assign down here, you can either set a limit for how long they have to complete the assessment, or you can schedule the assessment for a certain time. Now, once the assessment has been selected, the teachers will be able to see the student progress as they are working through the assessment. Once the class or individuals have completed an assessment, all the results will be visible here. To view each individual answers, click on the speech box with the percentage visible next to each student's name. So there will be a percentage here once the students have completed the assessment. Once the students' answers have been viewed, the red dot will not be visible. Now I went in and completed the assessment for Arshdeep, and we can see that he got 63% because he got some questions wrong as well as some questions right. But now that we have this, we are ready to use Fill Learning Gaps. All you have to do is click on the blue dot here. Fill Learning Gap identifies first the class average and the questions that most of the students struggled with. Now, in our example, we're going to go to the one student that we did the assessment for, which was Arshdeep, and we can see and preview the questions that are suggested to match the questions that the student struggled with on the assessment. Now, the teacher can preview the questions here as well as assign directly those questions that will help fill those learning gaps. What you do is select the ones that you think are going to be the best, and then you click Assign to Student. Now, those questions have been assigned to the student. You're also able to hover over the why assign this to see why they have suggested to assign this question to fill that learning gap. The Fill Learning Gap makes using the Mathletics assessments a powerful tool for identifying strengths and weaknesses across your class, and they quickly and easily provide quests which will ensure that students practice and master the skills they need to learn to progress.